People deluded. Arsenal 1, Chelsea 4, Chelsea 4, Arsenal 1. Yeah, congratulations to Chelsea and all of their players there for winning the Europa League. If you're an Arsenal fan in your 20s, then you've seen us get to 2 European finals and bottle them both, essentially, man. Shout out to '06 because they did their thing. Where we go from here, people, what we do from here, I wish I had the answers, I wish I knew, but the only words that are going through my mind are things that cannot be put on YouTube and would damage my brand and things like that. But the nicest way I can put it is joke men. Absolute joke men. You lot know me. I'm never one to get carried away with emotions and start ranting and scapegoat players and talk with agendas. I call it how it is. I care about my football club. I love my football club. But today, joke men. Played good for half an hour. Good for half an hour. But last time I checked, and my maths, I was not good at maths in school. But a football match is 90 minutes. So what happened in the next 60? Joke, man. You can talk before games and say how important it is. Managers can rest players and think about the Europa League. You can talk about the importance. You can say what it means to the fans. You have to go out there and show it. And 4-1, whatever way we wrap it up and chip it up and chop it up and say, joke, man. Cup final, 4-1, disgraceful. Disgraceful. Glimmer of hope at 3-1. Most people, and myself included, never expected us to get back in the game. Iwobi and Joe Willock were better than the front three and better than a few players out there. Like I said, give credit to a couple out there. No Maitland-Niles, you probably say, had a hand in 2 of the goals we conceded. He obviously fouled Giroud. I think the goal before that was a bit harsh. He's brought down. Why didn't we get a free kick for that for Giroud's header? But there's that. I feel Maitland-Niles, I don't give a crap what no one says, quite frankly. I feel Maitland-Niles was very good today, and it is very concerning in a cup final when really and truly you're looking at him, you're looking at Iwobi, and you're looking at Joe Willock, youngest sort of players. They're standing up to be counted. Joe Willock did more than the front three within his little cameos. Should have scored, but at least he can leave with some sort of pride, people. It was ridiculous. Shout out to Czech as well. He made his saves. I felt he could have done better for one of the goals, but he made his saves. I feel Xhaka was decent as well when players were playing decent. Torreira was okay. But really and truly, Maitland-Niles, Xhaka and Czech for me, really and truly. Ozil showed a couple good passes. Other than that, bottled. Aubameyang and Lacazette nowhere to be seen from start to finish, to be honest with you. How many shots did they take? Yeah, there was a couple opportunities. There was a chance in the first half, I think, when we was getting in behind, Kohler put a ball in behind and things like that. We had a couple chances early on. But what can you say? Absolute joke, man, people. Where we go from here? I don't know where we go from here, people. I really don't know where we go from here because these are a norm now. We've been here at the 10-2s. We're now at here in a 4-1 defeat. Are things going to change? Who knows? Because the ethos, we have to be showing it, people. It's got to get worse before it's getting better, and it is getting worse. And do I think people in this football club are necessarily going to sit down tomorrow and think, yo, we're really sliding off a slope here. We need to do some major surgery needs to happen. I think people are going to try and move us forward, but what needs to be done, is it going to be done? No. And quite frankly, when it comes to on the field, again, not trying to hurt my brand, but we are a laughing stock. Like, it don't matter if you're United who finished below us, if you're Spurs who could very well lose that Champions League final, Liverpool the same, whatever team, you're there to laugh. Like, people below us are laughing, and they knew it was going to happen. Like I said, people were talking about heart, passion, commitment, and all of these funny adjectives, or if even are they even adjectives? I'm confused. All of these funny connotation words that you'd attribute with winning stuff. You can say all of it before games. You can talk the part, but the walking is tough. I felt we were the better team for half an hour. I feel the last 5 minutes of this first half, maybe 10 at a push, Chelsea were threatening. I feel throughout the whole game, Hazard, you saw their interchanging passes at Chelsea. They're under Surrey. They play good football. I feel both teams possibly lacking match fitness because they ain't really played competitively for a while. It did kind of have a pre-season feel to it at times. I don't know the temperature and all of them things in Azerbaijan, but it did, because I felt there was a lot of space and players at times not necessarily running as much as they would if it was played at the Bridge or at Emirates. I don't know if it's the heat of things like that or the time they're playing. I heard the commentator say 1:45 at an interval in the second half. So I don't know for them things there. I felt both teams were giving the other teams way too much space. You saw Maitland-Niles needed no license to get forward. Kohler the same. Xhaka played some lovely passes. I felt they were going to threaten us down our left. Our left there, right, with balls in behind Kohler and Monreal. like I said, both keepers. I felt Kepa looked a bit shaky, and I feel Chet was making some good saves. But by the same time, I did think these saves were good. But could they have been punched into better places or possibly held on to things? So it did fill me with a bit of nerves. Pedro showed from early on they were going to try and hit a long ball. But I did feel at a time we was pressing quite well. We were the better team at a time. Like I said, for the first half an hour, we were the better team, to be fair with you. I felt last five, they were having some scary opportunities. It would have been a soft penalty, and I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm always going to say it's a pen, but I did feel that was a penalty in my opinion. But that's just apples and oranges and things like that. Yeah, man. First half, I felt we did all right. I feel going into half time, 0-0 against Chelsea, regardless of the crap that's been said about Chelsea before the game and off-field antics and training bust-ups and all of that jazz. 0-0 is quite good. I feel Hazard needs no license. I feel Emerson is threatening when he gets down the left. Chelsea are providing a sort of threat, man. They're playing with their little intricate sort of play, people. Do I even have my second half notes? I mean, yeah, I do. Half time, obviously, Chelsea had some good half chances, but other than that, we're pressing well. Don't feel we've tested Kepa, but I don't feel our strikers are necessarily in the game. Want to see a bit more from them in particular. So yeah, man, I feel when Chelsea went in the second half, I feel we could have exploited the flanks a bit more. But when Chelsea went a goal ahead of us, I did think Koscielny could have done much better. Maitland-Niles has probably got to stop. Was it Emerson? Forgive me if I'm wrong, or whoever it was initially. Got to get out there and kind of stop them or provoke them to release the ball quicker. But it's not his fault. Felt Koscielny could have done much better. He kind of is bullied by Giroud, to be honest with you, and he showed his age today, in my opinion. Giroud bullies him, he scores a trademark header, and there's a small section of weird Arsenal fans that probably cheered that Giroud go on, and credit to Giroud for not celebrating. I personally feel he should have celebrated because, again, I'm an Arsenal fan, but I'm saying this, like, you have no allegiances, like, do your thing. But if he didn't feel comfortable celebrating, then fair play, man. And it was written in the script, essentially, that he would score against us, man, really and truly. Yeah, man, I feel 2-0. We could have done much better. Monreal again. Several players could have done much better, but Monreal in particular, he loses Pedro. He's completely unaware until the last moment. It's 2-0. I can't remember the third, but what was it? Maitland-Niles' penalty when Chelsea made it 3-0. Maitland-Niles conceded a pen. They went and slapped it home. Glimmer of hope with Iwobi. I mean, I don't know where Iwobi found his rocket boots today, man. He might have been pretty peed off that he didn't start, but like I said, man, he done better than some of the players that started. It's a rocket shot from Iwobi, made it 3-1. Glimmer of hope if you think we can get 2. Then Hazard killed it again, 6s and 7s defensively. I'm not going to do tactics board, people. There's no point sitting here and talking about things. We hold our L. I personally find it funny, Carl. We've been here several times. Chelsea won at the end of the day. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter that we were in it, and some Chelsea fans that I've spoken to before the game feel that 4-1 is a bit harsh and things like that, and they don't really deserve a 4-1. But that's football. Football is harsh. Football doesn't care that you was in it for half an hour. Football doesn't care that Chelsea had all these injuries and things like that. I mean, Kante must have been gassing him. Kante must have just wanted time off because Kante never had no injury running about. I feel their midfield was good, man. I feel Xhaka did all right today in particular. But I feel their midfield did their thing. We made it easy for them in several times, But where we go from here, I don't know, people. It is what it is. It is, what can you say? It is what it is. Like, it is what it is, man. It's, in many ways, it's a performance many people expected of Arsenal, really and truly. People smelt blood. People wanted blood. People wanted to laugh at Arsenal today. And they've got it. I feel sorry for the small minority of fans that bothered to get to by Azerbaijan and to see that, to do all the madness you got to go to get to that. It's ridiculous. I mean, several players were talking about how this is vital and things. Who really showed it? 3 players that I pushed showed it today, excluding Joe Willock off the bench. Yeah, he should have scored, but he did more than the front 3. At least he was playing with some enthusiasm and stuff like that. Did they let the big occasion get to them? I don't personally think it's none of that. I just feel ultimately crumbled. That's it. Again and again, just ultimately crumbled. And will things change next season? We'll see. Will many of these players that keep letting us down be there next season? We'll see. Hopefully, a couple of these players have played their last ever football match for this club. I don't think there was a lack of application of such, because for me, that would imply that nobody tried. I don't feel nobody didn't care. Everybody tried, but it's just another toothless performance. Especially when we went 1-0 down, when your back's against the wall, especially because we was all right. Quickly sunk. When it gets to a certain point, it's damage limitation. Now, 3-0, it should never be a 3-0 for any side in the cup final. But when it gets to that, people need to think about respecting the away fans and things like that. To concede a fourth is ridiculous. Check, that's his last ever game he played as a professional footballer, so it is what it is. Koscielny, that could be his last. Koscielny and Monreal, that could be their last appearance in an Arsenal shirt due to their age and what they want to do. Ozil, that could be his last appearance, and who knows with anyone else. But jolt man performance, man. Unai Emery loses his first match in the Europa League final, his first chance of silver at this club. But on that note, people, deluded. I'm out.